Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And we got a very special guest in the studio, a veteran of the state, must I say. My dog, please, will you do us the favor of introducing yourself to our audience?
Gio Dee, what's happening with y'all, man?
Hey, welcome, my dog. Welcome to the show. Thank you for pulling up. Gio Dee, if people aren't familiar with him, he's a heavy hitter out of the state of Massachusetts. He's from Hyde Park. He was gracious enough to let me know, correct me earlier when I was doing the Mass Sound review. I was playing a lot of Gio's music out here, falsely repping where he was from. And he had to correct me real quick. Yo, just so you know, I appreciate the love. But let's just clear the air right now. I'm from Hyde Park, okay? Right. Don't get it fucked up. I'm from Hyde Park, nigga. But welcome. And my bad for mixing that up. But
no, it's good.
It's hard to figure out where everyone is from because, like,
especially if they be in different parts a lot. So I get it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, mad people are all over from this city, but I feel like sometimes people don't clarify exactly where they're from. So we just got to have those check-ins.
No, facts.
But let me check in with my brother. Rich, how you doing?
Nah, I mean, I can't complain. Had a relaxing weekend. Watched the Celtics win on Saturday. Then I seen them win yesterday. Bro, we about to play the Bucks in the next round. We about to wax their ass too. So, bro, I can't help but be happy, bro.
I can't hold you. It felt so good watching those games, bro.
Feel me?
Like the two that we won out here felt great, but like knowing that they did the two on the road, I mean, I was gonna give them maybe one L, but the fact that we didn't take any,
especially against KD and Kyrie, that don't make no sense.
It just makes me happy knowing that we the only team in the league in the playoffs to sweep a team. Yeah. Feel me? We the first team in the second round. So, I think we win in the championship, but I don't want to jinx it. But I'm in a good mood, bro. I can't be bothered right now.
Hey, I love that. My man got the bright yellow polo on too.
Cause niggas is glowing today.
I feel that.
You feel me? Niggas is shining today.
I love that energy. Gio, how you doing, my brother? I know you know you're out here for some time. You're going back pretty soon. But how you been?
I've been good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just amazing right now. That's it. Yeah,
man, we love to hear that.
We
love to hear that.
Oh yeah,
shit's great over here. Testing lab.
Real quick. How you doing, Dev?
Oh, I appreciate you, my brother. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Everybody knows I'm busy, full-time job out here, but I still do the podcast heavy.
You gotta get to it.
You know, gotta do what you gotta do. So we hustling out here, but I feel great. Testing lab is going on tonight, but I'm gonna see if I can pop out to that. You know, they know I might not make it because, you know, I'm handling business over here.
Right.
But to people that don't know, definitely pull up to the testing lab. Gio Dee is pulled up. You know, he sat down.
Find out a whole bunch of new artists you didn't even know about. It was fire.
Yeah, it's like a dope concept, you know, showcasing your music and having people from the community who have actually stepped in and done the groundwork, give you feedback on your shit. That's fire. And, you know, definitely shout out to you for pulling up. But I want to appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
So I invited you out here because I kind of just wanted to tell your story and give our audience the whole breakdown because, Gio Dee, you've been a cat that I've been following maybe since, not to date you, but maybe since back in 2015, 2014, and now fast forward all the way to 2022 to see you still doing your thing. I know there's a great story that's behind that. 100%. So I invited you here because I wanted to dig into that story, you feel me? So I'd love to get started with that.
Hell yeah.
So I want to start things off back in Hyde Park. That's where you're from. I know I discovered you back in 2015, but when did you really start getting into actually making music consistently?
I would say 2012, around the time we had Tim LaRue had like a blog at the time called The Fresh Air, and we did a radio freestyle, and I kind of went like viral on Twitter in the city and shit. So like that was the thing that kind of like kicked off everything for us. 2012 was when I like started taking music serious for real.
And how old were you?
19.
Word.
Yeah, 19 for
real quick. How did you even get into music to begin with? To even be on that radio show to do that freestyle?
Shit, what happened was I was actually going to BU. I ended up dropping out because music just ended up taking off. But what happened was I was going there for audio engineering, and the audio engineering program or whatever, I was there we had a project where it was like, yo, basically either record vocals or record instruments. I decided to record vocals, but I recorded my own, and I freestyled on Red Cafe's Money, Money, Money at the time. And I put it out on this site called Reverb Nation. And when we put it out, that shit had like 2,000 plays within the first month. Everybody just hit my inbox on Facebook. People hitting me up on Twitter and shit, because those are the only two that I used at that time. They were just like, yo, your shit fire. Like, keep going with the music shit. And I'm like, I put it out to let niggas know I was trying to be audio engineer. I didn't even put it out to be a rapper for real, you feel me? I was like, what the fuck? So every like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll just drop a freestyle over other people's beats. And I did a freestyle tape. I went to Mac Miller's free concert, R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P. my dog.
Hell yeah. Mac Miller had a free concert in Boston. I went over there, passed out CDs. I didn't have that much because there was 40,000 people there. I passed out probably like 200, 250 or something like that. And started gaining following from that. Right after that, that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to take this serious. And then from there, that's when I started doing all my original stuff and just took off from there. That's serious.
That's dope to hear because
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
happened,
I like that.
Nah, that's dope to hear because one of my favorite
I wasn't
things.
planning on rapping. I was dead ass trying to do business shit. I was trying to do
So before
the
the project, like, did you have any experience rapping at all before, or like?
Nah, I did. So like middle school and whatnot, I attempted to. So there's a talent show that happened in middle school, and I was like, fucking, I'm a rap for the talent show. People were like, what? I was like, yeah. But in the talent show, we couldn't swear. So literally at the time, D4L had that song, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. So they had a song, right? And then literally I was like, I gotta pick a topic and just freestyle that shit. So I'm like, I bet I freaking did Bet You Can't Chew It Like Me, rapping about gum. That's serious. I ended up losing the talent show, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy.
I got disqualified because I was throwing like Bubblicious gum and shit in the crowd, and one of the shits hit the teacher in the head. I was so tight. but I, you know what I'm saying? That was my first experience like attempting to rap. But like as I got older, I'm like, yo, I took it back to me when I was like 12, 13, rapping about gum. If I can rap about gum, I can rap about anything.
Facts.
And then bubble gum became dollar bills. You feel me?
Everything.
We started throwing dollar bills. You feel me? It became full circle.
Hell yeah,
He
bro.
said that's when he knew that this life was for him. You feel me?
No, facts. But it's
that's
like, but
dope.
from that moment, like throughout high school and shit like that, like I wasn't involved with music. The only thing I was, because at that time I was fucking crumping and shit. Like that's
Dancing.
literally,
Really?
yeah, that's serious.
Oh, no.
That's serious. I was crumping and shit, and then I was on a dance shit. I was honestly about to go to school for dance, and then literally something just sparked in me. It was like, nah, go to school for music.
Yo, I never knew.
And I was
any
on
of
a
this,
waiting list. That's how I got into BU. Somebody ended up going to Duke instead of going to BU, and I ended up getting picked like literally in August. Class starts in September. Yeah, that's serious. It was so. It
Don't
was
get
some,
it fucked up. My dog is smart. My dog is smart.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucked up.
Hell
The
yeah,
street
hell
shit ain't for the weak. You feel me?
Hell no.
But what's dope about hearing that is like what made me a fan of your sound is literally the production and the engineering. The mix always sounds nice. So
Facts. Shout out to
hearing
Josh,
that you
shout
go
out
to
to John.
school, you went to school for audio engineering.
Yeah.
That's some full circle shit. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
At the end, you feel me? Because
Yeah.
even now, what I've loved about your sound throughout the years, even though it has evolved, just that mix and just that thing that only music lovers would notice in terms of the production and the audio engineering, just those things, those marks are always hit in the music, and I noticed that. So
Good luck.
hearing that, you actually took time and went to school for that shit, so that's why you can translate it to the music. That's a dope fact to learn.
Nah,
That's
definitely,
a dope fact.
definitely, and it helps me a lot too. Like in the studio, especially like if I go to like, you know me, I travel a lot, so it's like if I'm in a certain town and like them niggas don't know my sound, like I know exactly what to tell them. I speak the engineer language. Other artists don't know, but like they'll say some random shit like mix my vocals. We're like, that's not how it
What
works.
does that mean?
Yeah, it's like that's not what happens. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll tell them like, yo, I want my verb at this level. I want, you know what I'm saying, my auto-tune speed between the 7 and the 5. Like I know exactly like, you know what I'm saying, how I want my shit every single time.
So you probably encourage artists sitting with their engineers during the mixing.
Sure. Pay attention when you're in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you're a new artist or an artist that's already on, like, pay attention to your engineer. You feel me? Like, because your engineer not always going to be there. You feel me? Like, there's going to be times where you could be recording at home or you're going to be on the road and you got to go bang out a feature, you know what I'm saying, at a random studio or you just want to record anywhere. You feel me? You got to know your sound. So.
All right, so then go ahead.
What I wanted to ask is because you just shouted out your engineer, so you don't engineer your own shit, but I assume you're obviously in the conversation when it comes to you mixing your shit.
Yeah, always.
So what happens if like you think you sound a certain way, you should sound a certain way, and your engineer thinks you should sound another way? Like, do you guys ever have that confrontation where it's like, yo, I hear what you're saying, but I think this sounds better from the engineer? Like, how do you guys really get through that?
I've had those conversations. Certain times it did work, and there's other times I was like, see, like, this shit sounded better my way type shit, or I end up going with my way and my way end up work. Like, it you know what I'm saying? It's like a 50-50 thing. Sometimes the engineer be right, and there's other times like you know yourself and you know your sound. You be like, nah, I don't care what you're saying. Make it at this. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like I said, it depends on the relationship you have with your engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just going to like random people all the time, it's like, you feel me? I have a close relationship with Phoenix Down with John and Josh over there. I've been working with them. Yeah, for sure. I've been working with them since like 2013. So like everything that you've been hearing has been mixed over there. Some stuff hasn't been recorded over there, but at least 90% of my music has been mixed by either one of them two. Nice. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they know who they're dealing with.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
And also to add on to that, before we continue with the story, I also wanted to mention that it's dope that you've maintained the relationships that you've had within the years. You feel me? Like, I've seen the path that you and Millies have taken together. Like the fact that you talk about you and Phoenix Down. Like, like I know the connection between you and Noble. So it's like dope to see that you maintaining these relationships throughout the years. You feel me? It's like not too much where, you know, people go experience some life, maybe go out of state, and then those relationships ain't always there after some time. But the fact that you've been able to still maintain those and still keep that humble, you know, tone, I feel like that's dope. You feel me? I feel like that's dope.
For sure. Appreciate that.
So, okay, so 2012, that's when you start making music. You're 19 around the time.
Yeah.
Fast forward, Chef Boys, they start becoming known in the city. Y'all start making music under that collective. We understand that. And then we fast forward to the time where I started to hear you, and I think a lot of the state really started to really tap in. And honestly, I think that is with This Is Only the Beginning too. You feel me? The holiday tape. For people that don't know.
Hell yeah.
You know, had singles like Mind Your Business, Celebrity, which was my shit back in the day.
Hell yeah.
You said
one of the first ones to work with Trap Money Benny.
Actually, no, I gotta play that shit. Now I gotta play that shit. It was a
lot of people don't know that shit produced by Trap Money Benny. Like, Trap Money Benny made Kiki. You love me for Drake. I was one of the first ones to, you know what I'm saying, really rock with him type shit.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him fucking know.
Facts.
Yo,
I was high as shit with this John, bro, when I did this shit. I don't know why I did that.
You need shit like that, you feel me? We're gonna tap all the way back into 2015. This is a joint by Gio Dee, you feel me?
That shit makes it snot, though. That's what makes it snot. That's what makes it snot.
Bro, when I tell you I was 17, you feel me? I was 17 when this joint came on. I played this. Man, people in my high school was like, yo, you gotta check this out. I'm like, yo, who is this cat named Gio Dee? I don't know why back then, all the way back then, I thought you were from Dorchester, but you weren't. But
it's probably because like a lot of the videos back then, my fault. A lot of the videos back then were like shot in Dorchester. Like, we shot the shit on Dorchester Ave, and like we shot the shit in like the For the Low video. We shot that shit in Roxbury and shit like that. So I just think it's because of the locations that we chose to shoot.
That's probably why, the misconception. But yeah, hearing that, and then I go through the tape and I listen, and I'm like, yo, some of these joints are hard. And like I said, this is in the era where Boston was really starting to peak. Not really like peak, but like they were starting to make noise in the industry.
Make a name for themselves.
I feel like Boston in terms of Massachusetts went through different eras. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like currently, you got the era where all the youngins are doing their thing, and we'll shout them out later. But then before that, we had the era that you were a part of, like we mentioned with Millie's, Jeffrey Play, Bia, like all the cats. And then maybe you go like an era before that, and then you can throw in like the Mass Pike Miles or the Smoke Bolgers and like cats like that. So with your time, with your era, when you started making noise, there was a lot of attention on you, and it was definitely with this tape that I feel like I didn't stop hearing this tape everywhere. You feel me?
Yeah, facts. And appreciate that.
It's dope. How did the holiday connection like happen back in the day?
So at the time, my OG Shabazz, he's my OG from the Bay. He like the first time I went to to the Bay, to San Francisco. What happened was that song, that's crazy. That specifically that song, Celebrity. Yeah. I got booked for a show with me and I Am Sue at Sonoma State University. I went, performed, all that, and then we got booked for the after party. It was me, Sue, Pilo, a couple of the HBK, you know what I'm saying? All the HBK gang, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Those my brothers. Literally, we're in the club, and like, Shabazz was like, yo, I'm gonna play your shit like closer to the end of the night. You gonna have to perform it. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, trust me. I'm like, all right, fine. Literally, he puts on Celebrity. Everybody in that bitch knew it. I was like,
that's great. That must be a great feeling.
Oh, that must have been crazy.
And that's what like shocked like I Am suing all of them, because like they were like, yo, who's this random nigga from Boston? That was my first night meeting all of them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, who's this random nigga from Boston? He just pull up and like everybody in the fucking club is singing his shit. Like that's
and where was this again?
In San Francisco.
West
Sonoma
Coast.
State, you said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sonoma State.
No. The club we performed at was Remy's. That was the after party.
okay.
It was at the after party. Yeah, but like he was like, yo, what the fuck? Literally, we kicked it after there. You know what I'm saying? Like just smoked and chilled, and that's how I like ended up building a relationship. But Shabazz like was spinning my stuff a lot, because Shabazz is like one of the biggest nightclub DJs in the Bay. So he'd be spinning my shit a lot out there. And he had spent it one night with I think it was a record with me and Cool John at the time, and DJ Holiday was in.
With me was fire.
Yeah,
With me was fire.
yeah, with me. As a matter of fact, that's what it is. Yeah, literally, Shabazz was playing in the club, and him and Holiday was like the DJs for the night. So Holiday walked up to him like, "Yo, who's this?" He's like, "Yo, it's dude Gio Dee I've been fucking with, like from Boston." He's like, "This is my bro." He was like, "Yo, like we gotta do something, like for real, like." He's like, yo, take down my contact. He gave him his number and shit. And literally we just plugged in from there and then figure out the whole situation. Holiday's like, yo, I sent him the project. Like, as soon as it was done, Holiday was like, yo, this shit's fire. He's like, I'm about to do my drops and all that shit on this shit. And we just put it together. That's literally what happened. I got to put that shit on DSPs.
Yeah, like,
that's
dog.
serious.
The fact that I got it on my iTunes, that's because, like, that's been on my computer since I downloaded it back in when it was on that Piff.
That Piff, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's been on my iTunes.
I gotta
ever
put
since
that shit
then.
on DSPs, bro.
Yeah,
like,
if you can get everything cleared, yeah, please put that shit on DSPs.
Hell
You
yeah.
feel me? I'm pretty sure people would love to, see where everything, where the sound evolved. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
So definitely, all that's dope. So then that happens. It's going crazy in the city. You start to make more connections.
Yeah.
Takes you
To tour.
to tour.
Yeah. Went on tour with I Am Sue with my son.
All right.
That was crazy.
First
Talk
tour.
about it. Talk about
Yeah.
it.
Nah, that tour is nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially like the first date was fire. We did the observatory in Santa Ana. Probably like 1,000 people, 1,200,
about
something
that
like that.
venue.
Yeah, it's super fire. Met hella people backstage. Like 24 hours was there. Made it Tokyo.
Where I wanna break down just that night though. So you said 1,000 seats in that venue.
Yeah, it was crazy,
Probably
bro.
the first time you performed in a venue that big.
Yeah. During that time, yeah, for sure. That was the biggest.
All right, so
big.
like, because obviously a lot of people aren't familiar with that type of life. So
Yeah.
how old were you when that happened? When that was going on?
what tour?
Maybe like
What
21, 22.
year? 20, I think 22, 23, somewhere around
23.
there. Yeah.
All right, so first time coming from Hyde Park, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Now
Now I'm on the
Observatory,
road, yeah,
1,000
for sure.
people.
Yeah.
Before you stepped on that stage, what was going through your head, if you could remember? What was that feeling like?
I mean, so the things with me, because I used to dance and shit, like being on stage is comfortable for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I was never scared to like be on stage with people and shit like that.
No matter
Like,
the crowd size.
Nah. I was never like. That's one thing I've never had a fear of. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, from middle school, me performing in a talent show in front of my school with like 100 people, and then with me dancing and stuff like that, I'll be performing in front of like 200, 300 tops, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's just regular.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid of none of that. You know what I'm saying? To me, like going on stage is like a high for me. Like that's serious. You feel me? Like just controlling the crowd and like seeing their reactions to like, yo, who is this? Like stuff like that. Like grabbing people's phones, like grabbing hands and like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a high for me. That's serious. So like I was excited, if anything. Like I was just super excited. But yeah, that's just a dope feeling. That's serious. Super dope feeling.
I feel that. And you make music that sounds like it could go off live.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I do. Like when I'm in the booth too, bro, like that's what I always think of. I'll be like, all right, when I'm making songs, it has to be performable. You know what I'm saying? Like I make it as I'm gonna perform it. So like if I'm recording something, because I freestyle everything. That tape literally probably the first time that I really freestyle. From that tape till now, I literally have not wrote a song.
Damn.
That's serious. Everything's off top.
It's like 7 years.
Yeah, that's serious. For real. But everything prior to that I wrote, but like from that tape to like I think Mind Your Business is probably the first song I freestyle one take all the way through.
Which song?
Mind Your Business.
Mind Your Business.
Yeah,
freestyle from. Oh, okay.
That's literally I one taked it. That's serious. Like as everybody was in the room, it was one take. It was crazy.
And we already had a conversation, but knowing that, nigga must have been mad.
Yeah, I was about to say, you had some energy that day. You had some energy that day.
I was really upset. I'm not gonna hold you. I was super tight that day.
That nigga was venting.
Yeah.
Nigga said, "Hey yo, just run the track." Bro.
That's literally what happened.
I'll let you know when to stop it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I did that shit in one take, bro.
Hey.
That's fire though. The fact that you were able to do that in one take.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You feel me?
There's a couple songs I did one take. It was that, 777. Like
oh, this nigga read my head. That's crazy. I was about to drop that next.
There's probably like 4 or 5 songs I did in like one take type shit. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
yo. Damn. I
think Buzz Lightyear is another one. That was Buzz Lightyear, Humble Pie. Yeah, those are like the 4 I can think off the top of my head. Those ones I literally one take.
I've always had a fascination with artists that freestyle their shit rather than write their shit because I try to freestyle and shit doesn't come to me fast enough. Obviously, you've been doing it for so long.
Right.
How do you get new content? How do you like get? How do you make sure?
Life, bro. I'm telling you, like that's literally it. Like, cause it's like, okay, if I'm doing something like, and it's like a first time thing, or even like shit I've never talked about in the song, like, cause I don't want to be talking about money, drugs, and bitches all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to look at life from different perspectives. If my niggas is going through something, I want to talk about that. If I'm going through something emotionally with a female, something like that, I want to talk about it from a female perspective or a guy perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to think of like different concepts like that. And it has to happen through life though. Life is I'm literally a life rapper. That's why I would consider myself, or a life artist, because I don't want to put myself in the category as a rapper. But yeah, literally.
That's dope.
Hell
that's dope. And what you were talking about when you were saying that, like, you don't want to rap about obviously the same thing. Like,
yeah, hell no, that's
cause. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But and you say that experiences affect your music.
Yeah.
So when it came to becoming a father, when it was that time, how did that change your course in terms of your music, creativity, all that?
Yeah, I think that's definitely one thing that inspired me to be more open. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a little bit more emotional with the music, be realistic about the things that I'm going through, things that people around me are going through. Like, I think that really, like, channeled that. That's serious. Like, Elias being born, and I obviously got a daughter now, too. So it's like, that definitely, like, channeled that for sure. Hell yeah.
I feel like when I saw that, like, I remember the project where you had your son on the cover with you.
Yeah, Never Going Back.
Yeah, I feel like, for me, from the outside looking in, when I saw that and when I saw, you know, your progression into becoming a father, I was like, oh, I'm seeing the hunger switch up on a new level now. You feel me?
For
like,
sure.
Gio Dee always had his hunger in his music.
I was going through a lot, man. Like, you can hear it in the project, too. For real.
So that's how I knew, like, you know, we're evolving into this new stage. We got this new growth developing. He's a father now, got people to provide for. We going 100% on this music. 110, if anything.
Facts.
That's fire. That's fire. All right, so now you're on tour. Shit's going great. How long's the tour? Like
I think I did 16 dates, 16 or 17 of the dates.
16
Sue had
dates.
I think he had 23 or 24 or something like that.
And then how long after the tour did you, before you made that move to Cali?
Oh, I was already in I was in San Francisco during that time.
Oh, so you already moved out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you already settled out there.
Yeah, I was in from 2015 to 2017, 18ish. I would say like somewhere in between there. I was in the Bay.
Did you make the holiday tape out there?
Nah. Most of it, like I still recorded half of it. Like half of it was recorded like in the Bay, and the other half was recorded in Mass.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, but my thing is, you sent music in 2012, and you were in the Bay by 2015. So that 3-year gap, that 3-year gap, you didn't need much convincing to make that move out there. What made you decide like, I can't stay out there? I need to make that move across the country.
San Francisco is expensive. That's serious. That's literally it. San Francisco is expensive, bro. And plus, like with me, like traveling back and forth to like see my son all the time. I mean, I'm doing it now, but it's like I'm a little bit more financially stable now than I was back then. It's like, you feel me? Like that was killing me. So I was like, I have to come back. I literally came back. That's serious.
Your son's in Cali?
No, my son's here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I was traveling like back and forth between Cali and here. Like it was a lot back then. Now it's not like as much as an issue because back then it's like I still was trying to get my shit up and running. You feel me?
You established now, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
But back then, when you made that move to Cali, you were only making music for 3 years. So what made you feel like you were ready to make that move?
Yeah. What was the initial thing that actually got you to Cali to begin with?
My business going viral. That's serious.
That was enough for you to make that commitment?
Yeah, 100%. Because what happened was we dropped My Business first, like off of TOTV2.
Yeah.
Got posted on World Star, all that. We dropped My Business in February. My Business didn't go viral till that August. So,
Okay.
yeah, I literally was in the Bay just like visiting, like getting videos done, whatever the case may be, recording music. And literally how it happened was I got the call. I didn't even get the call. My homie Ricky got the call. Ricky got the call and was like, yo, Gio shit's going viral right now on Facebook. He was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Gio shit's going viral. We just ignored it, like whatever. An hour go by, like an hour and a half. Yo, Gio's going viral on Vine. His shit's at like 1.2 million right now.
I bet you that made you pay attention.
I was like,
way back in the day, that meant something.
Bro,
Vine,
Vine,
like way back,
Vine was the hottest shit.
Yeah,
so I best believe if you
Vine is what TikTok is now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so if you bopping on Vine, you up there.
Yeah,
you up there.
Imagine niggas doing the dance to my.
So literally, I ignored it, bro. Like I ignored it the whole time because we was like out and about, and then we went to go to Chick-fil-A. After we went to Chick-fil-A, we went back to Ricky's crib. We went to Ricky's crib, hop on the computer. I see this shit going viral because like my phone was dead.
Yeah.
The whole time it was out, my phone was dead. That's serious. And like I get back to the crib, I plug my phone in the charger. I'm on the computer looking at this shit. We're like, yo, what the fuck? I immediately was like, first off, I gotta put this song on iTunes because I'm missing money. That's
a smart man.
That was the first thing that I did. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing I thought. I was like, yo, what's the quickest distribution? And I've been fucking with TuneCore, you know what I'm saying? I've been fucking with TuneCore since then. That was literally I think the second track that I put on TuneCore. But literally, yeah, I uploaded that. After I uploaded it, like, I hit up Jerry Purpjank because that wasn't like planned or anything. Like, and Jerry Purpjank is from here. I didn't even know he was a fan since.
He's from here?
Yeah, he's from like Million on Randolph or something like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
shit.
That's serious. I found that out. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, bro, I've been a fan of your shit since like, I remember if it was Fashion Relate. Yeah, no, it's Fashion Relate, the project that was right before TOTB2. So he was like, yeah, I've been a fan of your shit since then. Because I heard My Business. I had to do like a skit to it. I put all my peoples onto it. Like all the people was doing Vine and shit at that time. I was like, what? Literally, this shit just going crazy, bro. Like, shit going viral and everything. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was getting booked for that shit, everything, bro. Like, that's why I had to do the My Business project based upon that. I dropped 2 projects that year. Like, My Business came out that December, the My Business EP, and then I dropped TOTB in February. So
based off the traction you were getting from the project, both projects you dropped, you thought it was a smart move to just go to Cali.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So-
Plus with me going on, I went on tour the following year in 2016. I went on tour with Sue that following year from the Maya Business EP and the Maya Business song. So
My question for you is, do you think you could be where you are right now if you had stayed in Boston the entire time?
nah, absolutely not.
Why?
There's a ceiling, bro, here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to like everywhere else, it's like one, like obviously California, New York, Atlanta, Miami, those are places that like are like kind of more so music hubs. You feel what I'm saying? Where you can actually take your shit next level. We're here, it's a ceiling, bro. It's like after you done sold out the Middle East, after you done, you know what I'm saying, performed at House of Blues and shit, after you done been on radio and shit, it's like there's not much else you really can do. I mean, granted, you could do shit to like help aid the people that are coming up, but outside of that, it's not much more you can do in Massachusetts. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but playing devil's advocate, I mean, there's a garden as well. I mean, you can try to work your way up. So like,
I'm gonna be completely realistic with myself. I'm not at a level to sell out the garden by myself.
Nah, but the only reason I say that is because what you just said, a lot of other artists we've had on the show say the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and like me and Devin, you know, we trying to create a music hub here in Boston where people can make it as far as they want to.
Yeah.
And so like for you growing up in Boston, obviously making your music in Boston, starting out in Boston, how do you think Boston can become that place where people can stay to develop their music, make this a music hub, and you know what I mean?
I think we just got to build our resources like the same way like Atlanta like has labels established in Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? Like they have studios and stuff that's established in Atlanta where like I can go to a studio in Atlanta, I can run into anybody on some shit. Like the only place realistic I can think of is probably Phoenix Down, where you might accidentally run into a me or Millie's or D the Flyest or, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. But outside of that, it's like there's no other places that en masse that have like that type of, you know what I'm saying, foundation where like they can build up upcoming people consistently. You feel me? Like
I hear that.
that's literally it. It's just like I said, just building our resources where they're strong enough where we don't have to leave. You feel what I'm saying? Our resources are just not that strong enough. I'm just being realistic.
I feel you. I feel like Massachusetts
like New York got like
that.
radio. They got Shade 45. They got all that other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And they embrace everything New York.
That's
like
facts.
no shade towards Gemini 45, but they don't embrace everything Boston. They just recently started doing that the past couple of years.
Shout
You
out
feel
to
me?
E-Double.
Yeah, E-Double's the realest one over there who's been doing it since he got on Gemini 45. You feel what I'm saying? But outside of him, it's like everybody else not embracing Boston stuff unless they're at that plateau. You feel what I'm saying? Like they at that level. Like Jordan's at that level. I'm at that level. Millie's is at that level. B is at that level. You know what I'm saying? But all the upcoming people, they're not really trying to do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The resources got to be strong enough where they push all the upcoming stuff. You feel me? Atlanta is the same way. Like you can go to mean streets, whatever the case may be, and go push your shit if you're from Atlanta, and they gonna support it because you're from Atlanta. You feel me? Like here, they don't do that.
I got it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the problem. You feel me?
Shit.
In Atlanta might be fire though.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's good.
You feel me?
But if we just
you can only work with what you're given. You feel me? So I
That's what I'm saying.
100% understand where he's coming from. Like,
and if we built our shit, like our foundation is set up the same way those cultures are set up, like from Bay Area to LA to Atlanta to Miami to New York, all of them support everybody that's coming out of those places.
Yes.
We don't support it hard enough.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? People like y'all, obviously, you know what I'm saying, but like the people with the actual crazy platform like a Gemini 45 or like, you know what I'm saying, like things like that, we need more of those. You feel what I'm saying? At that level. Yeah. We need multiple things of that at that level so everybody here can win. Yeah. Until that happens, it's not going to change. Yeah. Everybody's going to get to a certain ceiling. When they get that ceiling, they got to move. One, to expand, because you're going to have to move regardless to expand your shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's literally what the problem is. That's what I see the problem is. I know everybody's perspective is different.
Yeah, I feel you. And that's why we're trying to, you know, do our part in it at least. Because I feel like at some point, how I saw this, like long term, I think at some point radio's going to die out. Like,
radio's
never
gonna die.
The way internet's moving,
never gonna die, bro.
Like, bro, you got to think about it. When people go into their cars, they hooking up their Bluetooth.
Not everyone's doing that. Not everyone's doing that.
Nah, I'm telling you right now, like radio is never gonna die. And that's one thing. Like a lot of these new artists is sleeping on. Like radio is still like rocking, bro.
Yeah,
it
I know
really
that
is.
currently,
You know what I'm saying?
next 5 to 10.
You got to think about it this way: if radio hasn't gone away yet with the techno, with Bluetooth, with podcasts, with YouTube, fucking Spotify, Apple Music, it's not gonna go out, because what else could you possibly add into the marketplace that's gonna take away radio? You feel me? People listen to shit they're familiar with. People do things that they're used to. So the people that are listening to radio now are gonna continue to listen to radio in the future.
Yes. All right. So I was gonna say, with all that being said, have you felt any pressure to make like radio friendly music?
Sometimes I do, but like if it's hot, the radio is gonna take it regardless. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
But like I have, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the single I'm about to drop, like Mean It, is more radio friendly. That's what I'm gonna push towards with it too. You know what I'm saying?
That shit. See, I only heard 20 seconds of that shit, but my
Good
dog
look.
got some heat coming out pretty soon. You
Good
feel
looking,
me?
good
And
looking, good looking.
it's like with you always been good with the cadences and the flows and the melodies. Like you always had that on lock. You feel me? So you've just been able to evolve that throughout the years. So that's why when I heard that, and when I heard the beat, I already knew what you were about to do. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
And when I heard, I already knew what time it was.
Good look.
I do want to play, just a little more music, get the people familiar. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play your most recent single that we got out right now, Unfinished Business. I like this track because you were mentioning earlier how you were talking about how you're a life artist. You talk about your experiences and things that you're going through. And I felt that in this song.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I felt that
That's
in this
literally
song.
what my next project, Excited for the Hate, is about. You know what I'm saying? It's more like life raps, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just necessarily rap, because I have melodic songs on there too, but like, that's literally what it's based on, for sure. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Tap into this.
Yeah.
All the nights I slept up on the floor. They don't understand we got enough guns to go to war. I done sold a lot of things but never sold my soul. You could have been part of the dream, but now I will never know. Business never unfinished. Walking in any room and they get timid. Always been myself, I never been the type to fit in. These rappers all cap, man, they always staying fitted. You get it? Yeah. Running up these digits, feed the families, all I know. Bitches wondering why nowadays I'm going ghost. Focus on myself and trying to accomplish all these goals. Lots of niggas in the hood still taking souls. I can be mad cause that's the life that them shows. Stacking these hundreds to the point and can I fold. Look at these diamonds, I ain't got a rag and boast. Look at these diamonds, I ain't ever got a boast. I ain't gon' lie, I've been a victim to my pride sometimes, but you know what, I gotta get it. Too many times they done said they would ride. When I turn around looking, man, they went missing. This life is crazy. How you used to say you love me, now you hate me. Jealousy is an emotion that drove you crazy. You was there from the start, but on me, you made me. Like, you wasn't there putting them hours in the studio. Sharing clothes with my brothers to look good in the video. But you wanna ask for free tickets to go to my shows. My mama told me calm down, I had to learn to let it go. But I ain't gonna let these niggas play me like no hoes. These niggas do it for an image in the post. Don't try to ride my wave, you need a bigger boat. I'm coming from a place where we ain't never had hope, yeah. All the nights I slept up on the floor. They don't understand we got enough guns to go to war. I done sold a lot of things but never sold my soul. You could have been part of the dream.
Niggas just put up to the mic and just
How? That just shit up just like, how?
how do you freestyle that?
How you freestyle that shit?
That's it. It was crazy. Like, it was my first time hearing the beat and everything too. That's it. That's literally what I do.
Beats be doing that to
Word,
you.
nah, but it's not even that. For me, it's all about like the flow, the wordplay, the cadences. Like for you to come in and do that on a beat off of freestyle,
Yeah.
for me it's just like that's crazy because you don't even know if there's a switch up coming or something. Like, respect.
Nah.
Respect.
I listened to the beat, you know what I'm saying, a
Nah,
couple
of
times
course,
first,
but-
but like after I do that, I'll be like, all right, what emotion does this give me? Give me this emotion, cool. I'll just run with it.
Nah, but like what Rich is saying like holds a lot of truth because no bullshit after the generation of Wayne,
Yeah.
like Jay started like freestyling after a little bit, but Wayne really pushed the agenda of like, yo, I freestyle everything. And I feel like everyone that came up after them, all the new rappers that followed after, took that influence and kind of just started going with that as well.
Facts.
But I'm just like, even if I'm freestyling on a song like this, knowing when to switch the melodies or the artistic choices, like doing this right there, like yo, take a break right there, like rap some shit and then
You
go
just
right
doing
back.
that. You're just doing that in the moment. Like, how the fuck do you even get yourself to like
plan that shit out.
That's what I'm saying. To me, that's artistic ability right there. That's pure art right there. So it's just like, for me, as a nigga who tries to freestyle all the time, and ask this man, I'm terrible at it. I'm fucking terrible at it. I wish I could be doing shit like that because in my head, that's what I sound like.
Yeah.
Oh, in the shower, that's exactly what I sound like.
In the head, that's what I sound like.
I be going crazy in the shower.
I feel it, bro. Dogs. I feel it.
But nah, that's dope. You said that joints like this, you're gonna be talking. You're gonna be talking a lot like this on the next project that you got coming up.
Yeah.
So it'll be a gap. Let's see. Last project came out was 2020, so now 2022. A lot's happened in between.
Yeah.
We'll get to hear a lot. I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah.
What's the name of the project one more time?
Excited for the hate.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah.
New single is dropping on
May 11th. Yep.
Y'all got some time. Go ahead,
Facts.
tap in.
Hell yeah.
Last week, we were on our way to the show at Paradise. Van Buren, I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Shout out to them. Yeah,
they had a show out there. It was dope. Shout out to them. They had Feed the Family, Rebel Mafia, all them
dogs, nigga,
there.
Bori, nigga.
Facts.
I'm sorry,
That's our boy. That's our
hard.
boy.
Bori hard.
On the way there, I played Love Hate for Rich for the first time.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so I played that for him.
Nigga. Bro, nah, don't even say it. Let me say it. Bro, the chorus on that shit, bro?
Yeah.
Beautiful. That shit was beautiful.
Good looking, bro.
That shit was beautiful, bro.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yo, this nigga's voice is so smooth with it, bro. Like,
But my thing is, it's like that's what I've always known Gio to like do on like tracks like that. So like when I heard it and I heard the hook, I'm like, yeah, he sounds super comfortable. But the fact that he sounds that comfortable and it sounds like this lets me know like what type of time that he's on. You feel
Good
me?
looking, bro.
That's why I like checking in with artists, because I'm like, when I see something, no matter how long ago I see it, when I see it, I know there's something developing there. I love when I tap in like years later, and I love that we were actually able to link up and meet, and like all this shit's been dope. But when I find out that somebody I thought that who was making heat back then, fast forward is still making that and like continuing, that shit's dope. That's just dope.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, facts.
The way that record happened too, bro, was all organic. Like Millie's was literally in LA, and like he's like, yo, pull up on me at the Airbnb. And John was there too. I didn't even know John was in town. I thought he just had like a random engineer. Pulled up. So it was like already felt like home in LA, basically. You feel me? Like G Nipsey was there. Millie's was there. We was all in the Airbnb just kicking it, drinking, talking shit. And then Millie's played me a couple of his new joints. I played him a couple of my new joints. He's like, yo, bro, this the one I need you to get on though. I was like, all right, bet. We play it. He's like, I had a hook on this shit already, but like it just wasn't it, bro. I need one of them ones from you.
One of them ones.
one of them ones.
Really, that's literally saying I need one of them ones for you. I was like, all right, bet, I got you. Me and John was sitting there like literally did this shit in like 10 minutes. I swear.
It's effortless.
Dead serious.
I mean, I feel like you've been doing it for over a decade at this point, so it makes sense if you're able to get shit out that quick.
September gonna make it a decade. Dead serious.
10 years, word.
Hell yeah, bro.
How you feel about that?
I feel good, bro. That's serious. Cause like music is like, first off, it's more than just a hobby to me. It's like something I could actually like eat and provide for my kids off of, you know what I'm saying?
Independent.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this shit is just, at certain points, it's therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a song like that, when I heard Millie's shit he was saying, I'm like, damn, that's really how I feel right now. That's why I feel like the song went together so well.
But I also feel that, and like, and I'll say it because it's my interpretation of the hook, but like I'll say it after the hook plays out so the audience knows what I'm talking about. But like when I heard that shit, I'm like, when did the love turn to hate? I'm like, yo, dog popped off, made mad. No, hold on.
Started out small, now we all doing numbers. Gotta thank God cause he keep doing wonders. All this so cold, keep the heat like the summer. When did the love turn to hate? When did the love turn to hate?
That's real shit.
When did the love turn to hate? When did the love turn to hate? Look, they said.
But like, honestly, I heard that shit and I was like, when did the love turn to hate? I'm like, all right, so I can imagine my dog dropped in 2015 and that's when Boston was on the come up. So I can imagine you were probably on fire in the city.
Yeah,
Mad people showing love, but I can imagine how over the years that love might not have like stayed there, and it might have turned into some hate, into some envious.
Yeah. Like I said, me and Millie's had conversations about that. It's like certain people that like we either started with or like we see like along the way, like certain niggas done switched up, like, and it started out as love between niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just how life, it's not even just specifically with music, that's just what life is. Like, there's people that you probably know back in the day that you was super duper close with, that you had love for type shit, and then something happened. It could be something small, something could have been talked about, or it's a pride thing, an ego thing, or whatever, and now it's switched to hatred. That's literally, you know what I'm saying, what it's about. It's literally real.
How do you deal with that though? Because you got, like I said, almost 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta keep going, bro. Life don't stop, you know. You can't sit and dwell on it. You just gotta keep going. Like, if the person, you know what I'm saying, who switched up or whatever, pull up on you, you have that conversation. But even if the trust and stuff is never gonna be the same, so you just gotta keep going.
All right, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Hell yeah, bro.
So what's next up? What's next up for Gio Dee?
You said we got the tape dropping.
Excited for the hate. Mean It dropping on the 11th. And then after that, Never Going Back 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be solid.
We love that. Love that. Summer Going Crazy.
Hell yeah.
Who produced, you said Mean It? That's the name of the track?
Yeah, Mean It, Shabazz. So Shabazz, like, he's still DJing and whatnot, but he's been getting into production. Over quarantine, he got into production, so me and him was, like, working a lot over quarantine. He would send stuff out, you know what I'm saying, get on stuff, whatever. I think the producers that I have, like, on Excited for the Hate, I can give you info on that. It's FKI First. He did White Iverson for Post Malone.
Yeah, I know that name. Trust me.
He's on the intro. I got Millie's is also on the project.
Hey.
Yeah. I got a lot of hometown producers, more outskirts. Yanni on Fire, he's from Worcester. Super crazy. Zone Smith, he's the one who produced the record with me and Millie's. He's from Low. Trying to think of who else. Shabazz, like I said. ZZ. ZZ's actually from Mass too, but he live in LA. I met him in LA. It's crazy.
ZZ?
Yeah, that's his name, ZZ.
Heard.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm still, this project is crazy. It's probably my favorite one to date.
Say that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of expectation if you say that.
Hell yeah,
So I'm gonna tap in for sure.
For sure.
I definitely want to say before we wrap up, so like I said, you got 10 years in this game.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of things. What has been probably the biggest lesson you've learned in the music game since you've been out here?
Biggest lesson. That's a good question. And I don't think I've ever been asked that. One, relationships is, I could say three things, right? I can't just pick one.
Yeah, that's
one, relationships is everything. This whole game is based on relationships. Like, it's not based on like your talent. It's not based on anything else. It's all based on relationships. So a person that might not be big today can be big tomorrow. So you got to keep all your relationships solid within this business. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, relationships is key.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, always. You feel me? Two, consistency is key too. Like, you can't just be like going to the studio and not like really take time with your craft. Like, put them hours in. Put that 10,000 hours in. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to be consistent with this, because like, you can't just do it. You can't be a part-time rapper. You can't be a part-time artist. Like, you literally got to be developing your shit every day. And if you're not in the studio, do something else that's going to further you as an artist every single day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially with the tools we have now, it's 10 times more easier to make shit work. You feel me? With TikTok, with, you know what I'm saying, going viral on Twitter, Facebook, all that other stuff. Like, everything's a little bit easier now than it was back then. So consistency is key. I think the last one is just figuring yourself out. Like, you have to figure yourself out, and don't like try to put an image on, don't try to do a front, like none of that. Like, you have to be yourself, because yourself is what's gonna win in this. You feel me? Like, don't ever doubt yourself. You feel me? Because the moment you doubt yourself, that's when shit start getting shaky. That's when other people get to control what you're doing, like career-wise and decision-wise. Like, don't doubt yourself with this shit. Go all the way 100 in, you know what I'm saying, and know yourself.
Word. I'm pretty sure everybody out there appreciates hearing that. No bullshit.
For sure. I'm telling you.
I got one more question. Darnell, you got anything before we wrap up?
Nah, you can finish it up.
So one more thing I wanted to ask before we wrap up.
Yeah.
In terms of your recording process, do you just bang songs out at a time, or do you take your time on certain records?
Nah, I just bang everything out.
And then just choose what you end up liking?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So like what I do is depending on certain like sessions, like certain sessions I might fuck around with YouTube. But like 8 times out of 10 I'm gonna fuck with like a specific producer. I'll have Yanni on Fire send me beats, I'll have Shabazz send me beats, Dat Boy Shy. He's also another producer who's on Excited for the Hate. He did Save It.
That's just fire.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only 17 from Toronto too. That's serious. Little niggas.
So it's the young niggas.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's got a young nigga too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy when they older.
Facto, hell yeah. But yeah, like I'll get beats from them first, and then just I'll go through, listen. I probably only listen to like the first 20 to 30 seconds of a beat. If this shit don't hit me within the first 20 to 30 seconds, I'll just go to the next one.
I feel that.
But I'll listen, figure out which one I fuck with. As soon as I fuck with it, upload it, listen to it a couple times. After I listen to it a couple times, come up with a melody, go in there, just freestyle.
Word.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if you just record mad songs at a time, is there probably mad songs where you just trashed?
Nah.
Keep it all in the vault?
Nah, it's like a mix. So it's like there's certain songs where like, okay, I know I'm only gonna do a hook on this. Like I only got a hook idea. So if I only got a hook idea, I'll save that. I can use that for somebody else. Like,
true. Okay.
Excuse me. Good look. Like I can send that hook to Millie's. I can send that hook to Joyner. I can send that hook to, you know what I'm saying, like whoever else needs a feature, or somebody hits me up and like, yo, they want a feature. I'll be like, okay, cool. I got like these 3 songs on the vote. Screen record it, send it to them, let them pick whatever. You feel
business.
Me?
So that's smart. Okay.
So or songwriting too, because I do songwriting too. So it's like with that, it's like I can save it for that. If the song's not for me specifically, because I have songs that I make, I know me personally, I'm not gonna use this, but I can, you know what I'm saying, get into a session with my nigga Quentin Miller, get in a session with Quentin fuck with it. Quentin might touch it up on some songwriting shit. Next thing you know, he pitching it to Kanye, he pitching it to Hit Boy or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
So that's usually what I do with certain songs, and then other ones I pick for myself, and then yeah, that's it. Really.
If you work with Quentin, just make sure drama don't get your shit.
Yeah.
This nigga messy.
Now my dog want a song right. I'm like, yo, it can go a great way, but my dog, you feel me? It's just crazy out here. It's just crazy out here.
Quentin my brother though. That's been my dog from the get go.
Yeah, sure. And I remember that song that you did off Crash Out. Truth Is? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Truth Is. Yeah.
Fire track.
Yeah. We got way more stuff too. Like hell yeah.
And I look forward
me and
to
Quentin got like probably like I think the 2 people I got like the most music with is probably him and Millie's. Like each one of them we could probably drop a full project right now.
And I love that because like you could, and my fault, I don't mean to like keep extending this shit, but like
it's good.
It's dope because like you got Quentin from ATL, you got everybody like Sue, everybody in LA. It's dope that you can like go to these different locations and dip into their pockets still, and it still sound dope. You feel me? Like you can get on the Cali wave and make it sound fire. You can get on the ATL wave and make it sound fire. It's like that's the unique thing about you.
Versatile. We call that versatile.
My
man has versatility.
Yeah. Facts,
that's one thing. Like I know certain artists see that as a bad thing, but it's actually a great thing. Like I picked that up from like certain niggas like Tory, like niggas like Drake. It's like they can go into any pocket. Even like I think the only 2 people I can think of that's like recent that did that, like XXX and Juice WRLD. Like them niggas put themselves in a position where like they can go into any pocket. Like I can hear Drake on a reggaeton. I can hear Drake on a reggae or Afrobeat. I can hear him on some rap
He's
shit.
done it all.
I can hear him on doing this, that, and the third. So like that's the mentality I go with when I go into the studio. I'm like, bro, I can't keep myself in one lane and like only make rap shit or only make singing shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I have to be able to tap into all lanes. So, one, that makes your bag bigger. Two, is like you can't lose like that. You feel me? You're going to have a bigger fan base like that. Like, for sure.
Damn, that was dope.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yo, I gained a lot of gems in this episode. I learned a lot of shit that I didn't know about heading into this, and that's always dope.
And if he learned something, y'all definitely learned something.
That's a fact. I'm the fucking master historian out here. You feel me? So that's dope.
Bro.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap up with reality checks. So reality checks are our last word to the audience, food for thought, any type of advice you want to share. It could literally be related to anything, but it's just our last piece of words to the audience. We'll go first, and then we'll swing it to you. You can just pick up off the vibe. Rich, always, you go first. Lead it off.
Don't limit yourself to what you've always been. Growth is necessary in this life to succeed. You can't be stagnant. You can't be the same person you were yesterday if you want to get anywhere in life. When I say don't limit yourself to where you've always been, try to practice new things. Try to get new skills. Try to get outside your comfort zone. Make yourself uncomfortable so you can continuously develop yourself as a person and your character. I mean, I don't know how to say it any differently than that. That's my reality check. Just don't limit yourself to what you always been. Step outside that comfort zone. Do some shit you've never done before. Explore, travel. Do some shit you've never done just to see if you fuck with it. Maybe that may be a hidden talent. Maybe that may be a new love of yours, for example. Like, yo, you never know what could happen. So, yo, just venture outside your comfort zone. Try some new shit and see what comes to you. That's my reality check.
Word. All right, I'll go next for my reality check. So my reality check pretty much goes out to my creatives out there. So for my reality check, I'm just going to say, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. I feel like often we give up when we feel like we don't have the right support behind us. We're often to ditch a lot of ideas that we may have. But I'm going to just say it like this. Honestly, if you really believe in something, you really believe in something 100%, even if you have no support behind it at all, keep ahead and keep doing that shit. Keep grinding, keep building, because I promise you, once you figure it out, you're going to be one of the few people in the area or in the world to crack the code, and you'll just be able to relinquish all the rewards you get from that. You feel me? I understand there's a lot of times where fuck it, shit ain't going my way, I'm gonna just move on to something else. But you could be one of the very few people out there that get it done right, and nobody can catch up to you after that. So keep ahead and you'll be just fine. All right, that's my reality check.
Well, that's valid. Both of y'all shits is valid. Yeah. I think my reality check would be, don't allow fear to stop you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Like, you can't be scared to do anything in life. If you're scared to do it, then, you know what I'm saying, it's just you're not going to end up anywhere further, I'm saying, where you were before. The worst that can happen, you know what I'm saying, is it don't work, or you keep trying, you know what I'm saying, like, but just don't fear anything, you feel what I'm saying, like, don't limit yourself, like you said. Don't fear anything. If you're scared of something, do it. Every single time you feel like you're scared of something, just do it.
Do that shit.
Yeah, do that shit. That's my reality check.
That's how you overcome.
That's beautiful. All right, Gio Dee, I want to say thank you so much for pulling up.
I appreciate y'all inviting me, bro.
Always.
This has been an amazing conversation, honestly. I feel like there's been a lot of gems that create, not only musicians, but creatives will learn a lot just from listening to this. So I appreciate you for pulling up. No bullshit.
Nah, for sure.
Let our people know where they can find you if they want to look you up.
Shit, IamGiod.com. I am Gio Dee on everything. It's GIODEE. Excited for the hate on the way. Mean it drops May 11th. And it sound fire. It does sound fire. I'll put a little snippet so y'all can hear it on the outro. You feel me?
My man's also got a project dropping this summer. Date to be announced, but stay tuned.
Yeah, facts. Exactly.
Facts. All right. So with that being said, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
It's your boy Gio Dee.
And you've been listening to The Urban Product. We will go ahead and catch y'all next week.
Fact up.
Love.
See what I did for you, what you do for me. Backslash dog, give you all disease. All these niggas out here, man, they make believe. My life is a movie, you should pick a scene. You say that You fucked up in the end, cause you know it cost you. You said we ending, but I know you're not through. Cause when I bust your line, you gon' always fall through. Came up from the jungle, so I had to grab a mink. She said that she Cuban, so you